Hi, this is Rita Bearcat, and in this video I wanted to show how to use acrylic markers. I'm using Pebeo acrylic markers, super easy to use, fun and simple. Now, just like acrylic paint, if you've done any painting at all with acrylic, we know several things. It dries quickly, it's blendable with water, once it dries it's permanent, and it's the same thing using an acrylic marker. What's great about a marker is you have a lot of control of exactly where you want to place the paint. You can get into really small areas, you can blend it with a paintbrush like I'm doing now, so blending those colors together. But they have different little nibs so that you can get a really fine line much easier than you can get with a paintbrush, especially if you're not handy with a paintbrush. Now I am going in there and blending with a paintbrush. The paintbrush only has water on it, so I'm putting the two colors down and blending them before they're completely dry. Now if you wait until it's completely dry, you know what's going to happen. You're not going to be able to move that color, because acrylic paint, once it's down, there's really not any way to move it easily. Now you can water it down as you're using it, and I do end up using just my desktop to add some color. I add it to the desktop, and then I get my wet paintbrush and you do a translucent layer on top. So you can use it just like paint, layering on top of the previous painted surface. I'm able to pick up the color from my desk onto the canvas and making that watercolor look that we all love. But I love having the option of doing either, having a solid opaque finish and having that watercolor look just by adding some water to the paint. So they're very versatile. They also come in really huge nibs, so if you were covering a very large canvas, it makes it really easy to use. In this video, I'm using the smaller nibs just because it's a smaller surface. I am using them in an art journal. It is a watercolor paper, about 140 pounds. So when you are using acrylic markers, you can grab a palette and use that if you want to mix colors ahead of time. So if you have a plastic palette, or I use my desk, you can pull some of that acrylic paint onto the surface and then pick it up with your paintbrush, or you can do it directly on your project and just get a wet paintbrush like I did on her face and just blend the colors. It's really easy to use. I think sometimes we just don't wrap our head around what it is, and we just have to remember, you know, what it's made of. So it's acrylic paint. It's just in a different container versus picking it up in a tube or a tub and painting with it that way. It's still a paint. And they come in every color that you can possibly think of. This is my first time using this particular brand in an acrylic marker, and I really like it. I love the layers that I'm able to produce. It's really nice to be able to go right on top. Even if I want to change the color, I was able to do that as well. So just like acrylic paint, if you paint something down, let it dry, and you don't like it and you want to change up the color, or you just want to paint right over it, you can with these markers. They have no odor, and they're just super fast and easy to use. It dries really quick. Another thing that I found that you can use these acrylic markers, because they are paint, I was able to paint on top of surfaces that were a little bit slick and write letters. Super easy. And they do have some chiseled tips as well, so if you wanted to do some type of handwriting, different fonts, do a little bit of calligraphy, they do have a chisel tip as well. And you see I'm using the same color, I'm just adding water for her hair. So technically it's all coming out of it's all the same color coming out of the same marker. It's just that we're putting it down on the desk first and mixing it with a little bit of water. Well, I am super happy with the way that this turned out. The colors are fantastic, super bright and fun. I was even able to use some metallics in there. So even though you can't see it on the video, some areas are sparkly, iridescent, shimmer a lot. It looks really, really great. The Pebeo markers did a fantastic job, and I know that you would love them too. If you like this video, please do share and like on the page. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss any of my other videos. You can also find more information at my website, ritabearcat.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.